The tiger's battle, rescuing a majestic beast from a swarm of millions of bees. The jungle king in trouble. In the dense forests of the Sundarbans, a majestic tiger prowled in search of prey. As the king of the jungle, he had never encountered an enemy that could match his strength. But today, he was about to face a threat unlike anything he had ever seen. Millions of furious bees. Deep within the jungle stood an ancient tree, home to a massive honeybee hive. For years it had remained undisturbed. But today, something unusual was about to happen. A powerful storm was approaching, and the strong winds shook the hive violently. The bees, already agitated, swarmed out just as the tiger was passing by. The swarm attack. Before the tiger could react, a deafening buzz filled the air. In an instant, the massive swarm of bees surrounded him, stinging him repeatedly. The tiger roared in agony, swiping his powerful claws at the air. But the bees were relentless. Blinded by pain, the tiger ran through the jungle, crashing through bushes and trees, trying to escape. The more he moved, the more the bees attacked. His powerful body, which had once struck fear into the hearts of prey, was now helpless against the tiny but deadly insects. The desperate escape, desperate for relief, the tiger sprinted towards the river. His only hope was to submerge himself in the water to escape the relentless stings. But the river was far, and with every passing second, the pain became unbearable. His vision blurred, his strength weakened, and for the first time in his life, the mighty predator felt vulnerable. The collapse, after what felt like an eternity. The tiger reached the riverbank. His legs trembled, his breath came in ragged gasps, and his once glorious coat was covered in swollen sting marks. With one final effort, he collapsed near the water's edge, too exhausted to take another step. The bees finally started to disperse, but the damage was done. The tiger lay there motionless, his body barely responding to his will. His fate now rested on an unexpected help from the humans he had always avoided. The rescue team arrives. A group of wildlife rescuers had been monitoring the storm's effects in the forest. When they heard the distressed roars of the tiger, following the sounds, they arrived at the riverbank and were shocked to find the mighty beast lying unconscious. Realizing the severity of the situation, the team quickly sprang into action. They carefully approached, assessing his wounds and planning their next steps. The tiger, though weakened, still had a fierce aura about him. They had to be cautious but quick, treating the king. The rescuers worked meticulously, removing the venomous stingers lodged in the tiger's skin. They applied a soothing herbal mixture to reduce the swelling and injected a mild sedative to calm him. His breathing was still heavy, but slowly his pain lessened. While some team members continued treating the tiger, others set up a temporary shelter. The storm was still approaching, and they needed to ensure the tiger was safe until he could regain his strength. A night of recovery. As night fell, the rescuers took turns watching over the tiger. They monitored his breathing, gave him water, and ensured he remained stable. The storm raged outside, but inside the shelter, the king of the jungle was finally at peace. Hours passed, and by morning, the tiger stirred. His eyes opened slowly, meeting the gaze of the humans who had saved him. For a moment, he lay still, sensing no danger. The pain had subsided, and though weak, he felt a renewed sense of strength. The return to the wild. After careful evaluation, the rescuers decided it was time to release the tiger back into the wild. They opened the shelter gates, giving him the choice to leave when he was ready. With a deep breath, the tiger stood up, his powerful legs regaining their strength. He turned to look at his rescuers one last time before stepping forward into the jungle. With each stride, he moved with more confidence, and soon, he disappeared into the dense greenery. The king had returned to his kingdom, forever carrying the memory of the tiny enemies that had almost defeated him, and the unexpected allies who had saved his life.